Okay, industrial zone is done. Good. So we're getting a little flat production from that. What I'm going to do right now is get ourselves a settler. Excellent. You don't have any specific production queued up, which I think is fine. We may want to get some growth. Oh! Peace. Come on, show me the other one. Oh, no, it's just Candy piecing out with everyone, so that's okay. Pericles finished Mont Saint-Michel. So they got the all my guys are a martyr bonus. And we met Victoria over here. Okay. Nizhny Novgorod. So we've got Novgorod and Nizhny Novgorod. Because that doesn't confuse me at all. Still feeling a little light on military, but we've got our niter. It's going to be hooked up soon. We got a builder on the way. And then, well, as soon as the barracks are done here, Novgorod's probably going to do nothing except build, Oh, that's actually quite convenient, because we're going to do shipbuilding after this. Not that it was a very expensive tech, but it's vaguely handy. And you don't have enough moves for it, but I'm going to go and do that anyway. And all that, I would be worried. Except that she's still in a war with 2 other people, right? Yeah. It's only Kandy that has gone and peaced out. She's still super occupied. But look how many units she's got. This is the thing, being next to Tomris. If you get into war with you, she will flood the crap out... Sure. The crap out of you with frickin' military units. With horsemen specifically. You like my culture? Okay, good. I'm at 40-40. Nice balance there. Well, I grabbed meritocracy, that's right. We're still at 2 of 2 trade routes. I don't think we're building another harbor right now, but we'll have to get started on that soon. My troops are merely passing by. She's probably worried about this, but this also might be there. It'd be nice to get a thing. I think it's a 2 border range. Like, look at this. It's got to be... I'm sure in Civ 5 it was one tile distance, but now it's 2. So I'm going to pull back my crossbow into Nizhny, and I'm going to pull back my spearmen to here. And I will pull back this guy by 1 tile as well. Although, seriously, like, I'm just defending my borders, yo. Why you gotta be like that? Okay, metal casting. We do need another builder. Or 2. We'll have to change our policy, but we're gonna be able to do that in 5 turns, which actually works out pretty well with this construction. On the other hand, I do need to get some theater squares probably up and running. It's not like... I guess this would get the adjacency bonus, so that would be something. I could build a couple of boats to be on the inner sea here. Note, there's no way out. Well, if a submarine... I don't know if a submarine can go into the ice. I think they can go off under these, though. So maybe we can get out with that. What do we think? Yeah, your units are close to my borders, which parks an army and forces on top of us. Yes, I know. Like, there's no way for me to say, yo, lady, what the hell, man? GTFO. Because that is pretty ridiculous. Just like when they forward settle you, and then they're like, you're settling too close. Grrr. AI gonna AI. I don't like that Nizhny is so isolated, which is a bit unfortunate. And might lead to some difficulty. But that's what walls are for. So yeah. I think I'm going to start with the builder, because we could actually even get the extra crabs over here. And yeah, it just in 5 turns, we'll be able to switch back to the your builders are better thing. What auto explore? You still can't enter the sea, but soon! Soon. All right, we're going to get some extra dies here. Lovely. And yeah, I'm going to build an encampment right over here. Or I suppose I could build a little further away, but I don't think I like that. So you're just going to fortify up in here. You're going to fortify up back here. And you're going to go and hook up Niter. Boom. We boost our knowledge of rifling. That is the last charge on that, which is a little bit unfortunate, but not a huge deal. You had locked some things. I'm going to go and turn this off now. So you get, yeah, because that's some good production. And then you can get this a little faster. It doesn't update the numbers. There it is. 15 turns. And that'll give us even more production, which is just going to keep sort of snowballing in a good and sexy way. We still have nothing to do with these great people yet. Again, got to get our theater squares. But St. Petersburg's going to build a theater square next. Novgorod is going to be able to start generating... Do we need 2 Niter to be able to generate the gunners? Possibly. I mean, we're going to get a second gunner as soon as we get another builder, which I will probably buy as soon as I switch over our policy. I'll probably buy one over by Moscow, finish this up, and then swing over to Site H, where our new settler is going to be. Yes, you are able to name soldiers who level up twice, yep. No. And you don't have quite enough money. And I'm willing to bet you're not willing to trade one of your luxury resources. Because it's your last one. So, sorry, not at this time, buddy. Where the hell did that elephant sound come from? Oh, is that these guys, the Varos? Because they're fighting, yeah, of course. I don't need the iron. I'm good without it. So, basically, the iron I don't care about. We're trading away 1 die for 2 luxuries and a tiny little bit of money. That sounds fine. Because I think you only need 1 iron for upgrades. I think you need 2 to build swordmen. But we're not building swordmen. We're about to build guns. Pew, pew, pew. We could rush Divine
Don't judge someone
or
until
Divine
you've
Right,
stood
but
at his
we're far away from
forge
2 temples.
and
Because we've been
worked.
delaying that. Been building the Lavras, but not really doing anything else with them. So you're going to fortify up over there. I just hit next turn without really looking to see if there's anything else I want to change. We have the Eureka for shipbuilding. I don't have any siege stuff yet. So we're not upgrading to our bombards, although we'll probably want to build a couple. This is so worrisome. So 5 and 4, that works out well. Again, I'm planning, I'll buy a builder over here. 360 gold right now is the cost to buy a builder, which is perfectly fine. I've got that kind of dough. Broken again. Yeah, it seems to be pretty bonkers right now. I'll try to refresh it in a little while and see if anything else comes in. It looks like the tips still come through. They just don't pop up in real time. That's over here. Which has got a couple of districts already, which is nice. If I built, say, an industrial zone here, I could put a couple of adjacent mining. That's not terrible. What I think I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to get another builder on the go here. We're going to need a good number of them. I think that's going to be fine. Your housing, you're almost to your cap. I'm going to go and squeeze in the granary. I do want the Lavra over here. We did just build the campus, and we could improve it. But the granary so that this keeps growing, and then we'll go back to building some districts. I think that's going to be lovely. 4 turns there, 13 turns there. We have a lot of faith. I could rush Isidore, but I don't think so. There'll be a lot of faith for that. I'm just going to save it for now. I would like Giovanni, but I don't have any progress towards it because I don't have any commerce sites. I mean, I could full faith buy it at some point, but Giovanni would be a nice way to upgrade one of my commercial districts, but I don't have any yet, and I'm not accruing merchant points because I don't have any. She just spams out horsemen. She gets 2 for the price of 1. Incredibly dangerous. Here's the Indian elephants are finally making their way over the sea. Can you imagine these boats with elephants in them? Tips have to pass through Brussels in order to reach your computer because Brussels is the capital of tips. Give Gandhi open borders, let him fight better.
There is nothing
There's
but
something
a
to be said for
plank
that, but I don't kind of want that many
sailor
units
and
in my freaking
eternity.
borders. Okay, so now all my units can embark. So that's nice. Oh, which means... Hang on. Which means... Oh, this has been cleared out. Oh, no. Oh, well. So we may never get the discount to upgrading our spearmen. I think I'm going to grab mathematics right now, because I don't necessarily have to rush any of these, although, again, I might be tempted to get more medieval walls everywhere. I'll get the mathematics for because it's cheap. Might lead to some other things, and we'll take a good look. Trade route destination. Okay. Is there just city-states? There is. God, that's some good money from Nan Mendal. Although, if I do... No, I'll be okay. Let's see here. Is there any city-state I can reach? I guess what I could do is I could move my trade unit to Nizhny Novgorod. Actually, you know what? That's what I'm going to do regardless. I'm going to move it to Nizhny Novgorod. Next turn, I can check to see if I can reach any city-states that want me to send them a trade route, especially now that I can embark. That might change a few things. But what I think I'll do most likely is send the trade route internally and get a road built along here. I kind of like that. Plus, it'll give food and production to our new city, which is nice. Yeah, I think this game will succeed in Civ 5, certainly. I mean, just people still play Civ 1, 2, 3, 4. People will still play Civ 5, but I think the majority of people will move over to Civ 6. I do think it's going to be a much more interesting game. Three turns there. One turn to my right. Okay, it'll still finish before the builders. Good stuff. Happy to see that. Mathematics can really soon because we got lots of districts. Okay, so first, let's take a quick look at the city-states. No, neither one of these have a mission, and that's all I can reach. So that's okay. So yeah, we're mostly going to look at internal trade routes. But again, what I would love is I would love to sort by production. This will show me all trade routes that give me production, but not sorted by production. Why? Why is it not sorted by production if you're filtering by production? Anyway, I'm going to run it to St. Petersburg because it will give us the most food and money. On the other hand, I could run it to another city to open up a new little trading hut, but these guys are all kind of a little weak sauce. So I'm going to do this. Max food, max production to our new city. That's going to be good. I mean, we could get a decent amount of production here and money and faith. Don't get me wrong. Tain't bad. I think we are already sending a trade route over here. Yeah, we're already sending one trade route to her. I don't know if multiple trade routes improves relations further, but no. I think it's the right move to send to St. Petersburg. This will help Nizhny Novgorod grow and build a lot faster and get a very important road along here, which will help us out later on. Yeah, we have to start building up our military again because she could just roll over us. But we're playing an interesting diplomatic game. And again, this is a huge like mirror image to my offline game, my deity game that I played at Scythia, where it was just like war, 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 war. It was nice that I basically obliterated everyone on my continent before we met anyone on the other continent, so the other ones never got any warmonger penalty with me. So that was great. But yeah, and here it's like, no man, peace and love and building, and maybe we go cultural. Again, I'm not building too many in Way of Wonders. Hopefully we get the later game ones. We'll see. We do have a lot of coast for seaside resorts, which make a huge difference. Again, only 2 of my cities have actually been built on the coast itself, which actually leaves more.
If I were again beginning my studies, I would follow the advice of Plato and start with mathematics.
Ah, math.
Listen, strange women lying in ponds, distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. You can't expect to wield supreme power just because some watery tart threw a sword at you.
So, we're going to change our government to monarchy. We don't need this many military slots, although that's not bad. And we get a Eureka towards castle. But it's just more, and we do get that Eureka. So let's consider this. First of all, in the military slots, cavalry units, upgrades, no. I'm actually wondering, first of all, I mean, conscription. We make a lot of money by grabbing conscription. And I could get more XP for our recon units, but I think I'm going to take lines or limes. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Because we are building one defensive wall. We also do have the new walls coming around the corner, so we might consider upgrading to that. It's a possibility. I'm going to take veterancy because I do plan on building an encampment down in Nizhny Novgorod. So that'll be that. Next up, in our industrial thing, we absolutely want to grab serfdom because we're building 2 builders, and actually I'm going to buy a 3rd one. So I want to get the extra builder actions on that. That's huge. Over here, we're going to take charismatic leader because I think there might still be one with like 0 envoys, but that's not much. And then the final slot. I do like inspiration for the great science points. That being said, there's something to be said about something that does help boost our trade routes a bit. We only have 2 trade routes right now, so it's not the end of the world. Meritocracy is still quite nice as well for the culture, but no, I think I'm going to take inspiration for the great science points. It's just too good. Too good. So I'm going to do this. We're not going to stick with monarchy. We'll switch to Merchant Republic or Theocracy later on, almost certainly. For now, it's okay. The housing with the medieval walls is actually not bad. I mean, we don't have medieval walls yet, but we will probably build them. At the very least in Novgorod for this encampment, and down here in Nizhny Novgorod because it's kind of vulnerable. Now, it's worth noting I could have, like, settled a little bit differently. I could still settle somewhere in the middle here if I really want to pack things in, but I think for now I'm okay. We got a boost towards education. Now, I don't think we've built much in the way of libraries, but we probably want to get that going soon for our university. On the other hand... Okay, we're not going to kill a unit with the spearmen, it looks like. I need to get my pikemen up. I need to replace my spearmen with pikemen. The nice thing about it is spearmen are basically on the same tier as horsemen, I believe. Let's take a quick look. I don't quite remember. Horsemen is strength 35. Ooh, maybe not. Spearmen, well, are strength 25. I think they get plus 10 versus cavalry, so they're about on the same tier. But pikemen are strength 41 and should again get the plus 10. So that will put us above her horsemen and will put us relatively safe. So I think that's going to be okay. Here... Ooh, 100% industrial zone adjacency bonus. Actually, we do have a lot of adjacency going on there. Doesn't matter much. That's potentially a lot of money. Because I don't think we're going to get the boost to either one of these. We might get medieval fair. I'm going to hard research guilds. And then we'll see. Is this a new quest? Completed a quest. Giving me an envoy with Condi. Okay, lovely. Now, I did actually lock these in, right? Yeah, sometimes I forget to do that. But that did trigger. We've got our settler. We've got this. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to spend gold. And I'm going to buy a builder here. Which I'm very happy about. Okay. And then when these two builders finish, so when guilds actually triggers in 11 turns, there's a good possibility I'll switch away from serfdom. And pick something else up. Because this is going to give us 15 builder charges. Which is a fair bit given the territory. We do want to do a little bit more work down here soon. Is there anything I want to buy? Like, I could buy another tile or something towards Scythia, but I don't think that really helps us that much. I could buy the crabs, but I don't think there's any reason to rush that, so that's okay. You are a bit pinned in. But you can also just kick some ass. Whoa! And then get in some trouble. And we'll see how that goes. I could build some extra scouts now that could embark over here. And again, maybe a couple of ships wouldn't be bad either. From Russia with love. Thank you, Elliot. Cheers. Do we only have one horse? Because I think we're going to need two if ever we get around to building our Cossacks. Maybe we can trade. I don't know. Alright, St. Petersburg. Excellent. You're currently shrinking? We'll have to take a look at that. Actually, have you already shrunk? I think you did, because I can't build another freaking district. Okay, be food focused. That's annoying, because I was about to build our theater square here. So campus already has a library, which is good. You've got the shrine. We could build that up. I'm going to go and get a workshop going. I think that's going to be okay. And you're going to come over here. Voila. You were going to go and improve the other niter. And you were going to run away. Lots of subs coming in. We got Dan93. Thank you very much for that. Mandalore as well. Not shrunk, made a builder. Oh, it made a settler. You're right. The settler shrunk it. Although then it was going to shrink because it was like not working enough food for some reason. So we'll get it back on there. But yeah, you're right. That is it. Okay, that's fine. We still don't have anywhere to stick a great writer and a great artist. And we're probably due to get a great musician anytime now because of all our Lavras. So, you know, that's a bit of a thing. Our barracks are about to finish in Novgorod. Lots of combat going here. I'm so happy they're keeping themselves busy. America has gone from the industrial to the modern. Holy shit. Yeah, that's the problem with not going to war. Is no one's here to put the brakes on America. They're not at war with anyone. Is this... Do they only have 3 cities? Can I tell? If I go, like, make a deal... No, you have 4 cities. 5, actually, because your capital's never in the list. Okay. Gotta put a brakes on the crazy train over there. I don't think I'm gonna bother going right... Well, no! I could build muskets now. You're growing 15 turns. I do need military, but again, while Scythia is still busy, and they are currently still busy, maybe I do sneak in the armory. 13 turns. It sends another +2 production, so we build units even faster, and they get even more bonus experience from things. Let's go for it. There's the Colossus. Is nice. Commercial hubs. I think I need a second theater square. So I think I'm going to build that here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to build one in my capital. All right, you have completed a thing. It's not the campus. That was a while ago. I don't know what you just completed. I think you just built a granary is what happened. I could upgrade it to a library. We're not that far away from education, actually. Or I could put down the Lavra. No, let's go ahead and put down the library. Well, if I put down the Lavra, that will give +1 science over here. Which is not quite as much as the library, but it's pretty good. Plus you get all the Lavra bonuses. Won't give +1 science, no. Sorry, it'll just be +1 faith over here, because it won't have 2 adjacent districts. Alright, let's go to library. We'll get into a good position for the university soon. Your job is to come over here and improve. Start here, and we'll work our way to the crabs. Improve the niter. Excellent. You need to just keep running away, and then we'll get you to heal up. Indian settler. Where the hell is India that they're settling over there? That's interesting. As long as no one settles here. I don't actually have a military unit going that way, which is a little bit questionable. Oh my god, a barbarian encampment! What the what? Wait. You, spearman, get your ass over here. Warrior? I guess the warrior could help. Okay. We're not quite at the halfway mark for the military tactics. We might be able to Eureka this. Okay, good. Just in time. I don't think I've ever been happy to see a barbarian encampment before. Warrior's still going to be relevant for this, so that's fine. I could upgrade him. That's an interesting question. In 9 turns, when we switch some things around, we do have the 3 military slots. I may grab professional army so that I can upgrade the warrior to swordman, then musket. God, I'm so happy you're busy in another war. You finish your walls. Great. I am going to follow that up with an encampment. Right there. Got a discount to that. So you're just going to fortify over here. You're going to come and just smack the scout around a little bit. I don't know if it really matters. You know what? You might be able to chase down the scout over here. Go that way. I may not kill it. So you've done those 2. You are still heading over to here. Through the sea, where there might be barbarians. Who knows? Let's go and improve the crab, and then I'll move over to the H site to improve some things over there. You're going to fortify until healed. Where the hell's the settler going? Watch him, like, drop a city right between here. Oh. He's got something going on over here. That'd be funny, though. Technically, you could drop a city right there. But you couldn't if I bought one of these 2 tiles. Then this would suddenly become off limits. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I guess I can check with my own, okay, well, put on here. Show me the settler overlap. Yeah, that is a legal tile. But if I buy it, I could still technically settle there if I wanted, but I don't think any AI could. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It might be completely nuts and overly paranoid. But I'm doing it. Completely nuts and overly paranoid is the way I play. Look at these guys! That's so many elephants! Do, 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 do. I want the scout to move down to here.
You tread on dangerous waters in the face of England and her loyal colonies.
Okay.